Hi everybody, this video mainly goes out to those that are interested in computer repair and maybe wish to become a tech in computer repair. There is a certain mindset and a flow chart, if you will, in thinking problems through when trying to determine what could be wrong with a customer's particular computer. So in this edition, I'm going to try to walk you through my mindful thoughts as to how to go about repairing a computer and what steps I take in the order in which I do them. It's something very difficult that you can't put on paper, and this is mainly learned not through text but experience. So I am going to attempt to show you my experience with my mind in repairing this computer. So stick with me and we will get started. This one's called the PC Performer. It's a machine I got in, and she said that her computer was asking for money. So I'm just in here checking it out and seeing what's going on. I haven't seen this piece of software before, and when I Alt, Shift, and Delete, nothing's happening. My arrow still moves fine. It says I have 185 registry errors. Now this would just seem like a piece of software that maybe a family member installed on there for, or something like that, except you know, when I try to quit it, okay, maybe it is quit. Let me see if it's down in here. Okay, she has Norton security on here. I'm thinking that what she's seen was that PC Performer. I'm going to reboot the computer and see if that comes up again. It might just be mistaken identity on her part, thinking that it was a virus, when it is in fact just a piece of software that is running on here that isn't very desirable and is not well behaved, and the fact that when you try to shut it down, it doesn't allow until it's finished. So I am going to shut this computer down and reboot, and I'll turn the computer camera on it. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm just firing this HP Pavilion back up. It's an A1213W, which doesn't really matter what it is, but she said it had a virus and it was asking for money. So I'm just testing it to see what she's seen. I'm always interested in viruses of a different nature than I'm used to. I don't think that there's a virus on here. I think it's a case of mistaken identity on her part, in which I can just remove the application that's bothering her and move on. The one I think that she thought was the problem was a program called PC Performer, and as soon as you go to the internet, I don't have the Ethernet cable plugged in, but if I call on the internet, let's do that now. Even without the cable, just to bring up the web browser. It's slowed too, I noticed. She needs more RAM. She has like 387 mega RAM, so she doesn't have near enough. Okay, I'm not seeing that window pop up here now, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. A lot of times it is mistaken identity with the customer. I can see that the startup items down here are still loading. And it's asking me for updates and stuff like that. But I just really don't think that there's a virus inflicting this computer. You know, as a repair guy, a lot of times it just makes sense to try to think like the customer, and she probably, you know, things look differently to her, so now she automatically thinks she has a virus, when in fact some of the system settings just got changed. Or, okay, here it comes. So this PC Performer launched, and it's, I don't know how many minutes it's been, at least 2 or 3, automatically. I think this is what she's thinking a virus is. Now if I try to use my mouse here and close out on this, you can see I can't close out on it. As well as these boxes up here are not active, and this is doing its own thing. And you know, it is using words like damage and registries and errors. It's showing 31 errors and that, 96 on the other. And you know, I don't know much about this program. I'm sure it's probably a free version of something, and it might have come through it in a update, a flash or something like that. I don't know where it came from, but I'm thinking this is what she's saying, and this is what she thinks the virus is. And so, you know, software companies have to be careful of this. This PC Performer, if it were you know, shareware or something like that, they're never going to be able to do well with their product if they're scaring their customers away. Now, I'm a tech, so I can kind of understand where this program's coming from. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that this is not a malicious program, because it does eventually straighten out and behave. But it appears to be a malicious program, especially to the end user that doesn't have a lot of computer experience, and they come up here and they try to shut this window and it doesn't shut off, or they push these buttons and they don't do anything. So as soon as this program finishes, okay, here we go. Look at that. That's enough to scare anybody. Attention, 187 registry errors. Okay, it wants me to fix the errors. Now, I'm a little reluctant to do this, but I want to see what this program's going to do, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Okay, fix all errors with full version. See that? Okay, they're asking for money. Backed by our 30-day money-back guarantee. So this program needs to be removed. Let's see how hard it is to remove it. It's called PC Performer. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to quit and they're giving me problems. Let's go here. Control panel. This is XP, so add and remove programs. We're looking for PC Performer. And we're just going to see how well behaved this is. If it doesn't uninstall from this computer in this manner, I would say It could be a pesky virus. Yes, it probably is not harmful, but nevertheless, it's trying to extort money in one way or another. Okay, it's listed in the add and remove programs. I'm going to remove it. It looks like it's working just fine. There's a web page starting to pop up here. And of course it's not going to connect to the internet because, you know, I don't have the wire connected on this machine. I'm just protecting myself. So it might be a web page that just says, oh, don't go, come back, or why did you leave, or whatever. But, you know, as a tech, I'm not going to have my computer plugged in if I don't trust this thing. Okay, it appears like it's done, and if you notice, it's still in the list. Oh no, it's not. I'm sorry. Now I have a PC Doctor, and I don't know what PC Doctor is. It might or might have not been with the PC Performer, but I don't like any kind of software like this. I'm just going to remove this one as well. If I haven't heard of it, it's going away. If I break the computer, I can always fix it. All this Norton stuff's going to come out of here. Norton, I've never been able to get along with Norton. I've tried to use Norton, and I find that it likes to use a lot of memory, and it likes to take over your computer in such a way that it's too restricting. So in my opinion, I don't prefer Norton. I'll take off all the programs for Norton, including the updates and the online backups, and I'll just replace it with a free version of Microsoft Security Essentials. And I have a video about that if you look back through my playlist. Okay, I took that one off. I might as well, here's Python down here. That's kind of odd. That's a Linux program. Why would Python, unless that's a game. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start taking off this Norton stuff too. Remove all. That's the best thing. Okay, do I want to restore the firewall? Yes. Next. Norton is another one that sometimes will refuse to uninstall. There are tools out there that you can use, but it can cost you an hour trying to get Norton off a computer. So I'm gonna let this finish up, and if there's any more things to take off, I'll make a screenshot of it or whatever. So we'll be back as soon as this is finished. Okay, so this Norton Internet Security 2005 has been successfully removed. I'm gonna go ahead and restart. That took probably at least 10 minutes, so it's a good thing that I had the camera off. I'm gonna reset the machine and see what else pops up at me. We might be able to get this computer resolved by just taking off some old software and then updating the base software, you know, the operating system and the drivers, and then putting that new antivirus on, and maybe giving her some new memory if she wants to pay for it. So we're on our way. We'll see if what happens here. As soon as it boots up, I'll be back. Okay, we're back with trying to work on this HP. Now, here's what happened after I restarted the machine. After removing Norton Security, it's still there. It's warning me that it's not there, but how can it warn me if it's not there, if it's there? So I'm gonna have to go down through here and find out why Norton didn't delete. Maybe that's why. Let me keep looking down through here. And look at that, it's still listed. Like I said about Norton, it's not very friendly, that's for sure. Once these kind of programs get on your system, they're tough to get off, and in my opinion, they can be just as bad as some of these smaller companies like PC Performer trying to get one over on you as well. Programs like AOL that make it almost impossible to delete. Okay, it's asking me to restart, so I'm going to restart again and I'll be back. Okay, I rebooted again after taking the Norton off a second time, and it come up with this message about antivirus might not be loaded, and it left the word Norton out of that, so maybe it is gone now. So I'm going to go up into my control panel again. I'm going to go to my add remove programs here and just look down through here and see what's to see. I did see a couple other ones when I was in here before. There was a few toolbars, and whenever I see toolbars, I don't care what kind of toolbar it is, it goes away. Toolbars can take up valuable resources, especially out of these older machines. There's one, the Babylon toolbar, gone. Hopefully gone. Alright. And of course it's popping a window on me. Now I can see I have a Yahoo toolbar right here, so I'm going to have to go look for that. A lot of little games. Here's a toolbar. It's going away. Yeah, she has a lot of programs on this. Okay, here's some more toolbars, and here's the updater for the toolbar. It's just crazy the kind of programs that these companies are sticking on these things. They're all trying to, would I like to give you more feedback? No, I don't think so. You've already wasted enough of my time here. No wonder why you know, mild computer users can't figure out their computers. I'm going to take this update off too. So I'm just going to go on through here and delete the ones that I see. Super Granny, what is that? Looks like special savings, like coupon type things. I'm removing it. The thing about removing stuff, Super Granny, whatever that is, you can always get it back, and if it wasn't used, then you'll never miss it. I'm getting rid of this weather bug. That is a known problem, and they've given themselves a bad rap because they did some things in the beginning there that weren't ethical as far as putting programs on computers. So I remove them now, and that's what I mean. I know it's tough to get your marketplace foothold in the software business, but the answer is not to force your customers to get mad at your product because you are being over obnoxious or ethically wrong. So even the big boys that make the software do it. So you know, it's just not the little guy. It looks like I have everything cleaned off this machine. I feel comfortable about plugging it to the internet now, so I'm gonna go ahead with that. Now I hope I'm not boring you guys with all this. I'm pretty much showing you everything that I'm doing here, but I'm just trying to give you a mindset of what I'm thinking when I work on computers, and I think that's probably why you're watching this. So I'm going to give you as much as I can here without being too obnoxious. Now I might have to restart with that new network connection in there. Okay, she's coming up to Yahoo here, which isn't surprising because she had the Yahoo toolbar. So I'm just going to leave her here on Yahoo. And I am going to, the first thing I'm going to do is go to Google. If I have a choice what homepage to put a customer on, I will use Google. See now my okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I'm going to go to Google. There we go. And I am going to everybody fights for your attention on the internet. Okay, and then I'm going to go to Microsoft Security Essentials, and that shows you how popular it is, because there it is right on the list. And this is the one I use, and you can't beat it for the money. Microsoft, and then there's the download here, and it runs on XP just fine. And for older machines, I prefer this. Some of the antiviruses that are better have problems running on an older machine. So this is a good product for XP and really any operating system. I like it and I use it for just about everything. So I'm going to go ahead and install this Microsoft Security Essentials, and I'm going to let it do a full scan. Well, like I said, I hope I'm not boring you with all these details. There are a lot of details, and when you go into a computer and you start repairing it and all you have is what the customer told you and then you write it down on paper, you have to look at the machine like I'm doing now and try to assess what the problem is. So as soon as this has scanned and finished its initial scan and restart, I will be back for some final thoughts on this computer. One more side note about fixing this HP. Now that I have all the viruses off and most of the startup programs are gone, I did want to use one other program, and it's worth mentioning this program. It's put out by Puriform and it's called CCleaner, and they have a free version of this. So I am going to download this and run this program on this computer. What it will do is it will clean up any register file errors, and it'll allow me to pick what startup programs that I want, and it will just help this computer run a lot faster. So I just wanted to add that in there. That is one of the last steps that I'll do if it's not a fresh install. So run CCleaner, and you'll definitely have a performance boost. Okay, that's all I wanted to add in there. Thank you. So as you can see, being a tech is also a little bit of detective work when it comes to looking at PCs. This turned out to be just some pesky software that tricked the customer and mistaken identity. She thought it was a virus. Once we removed all of those programs, and there was a lot of them, and returned it back to its formal glory, hopefully she will be at ease with the way it looks now. It's hard to say what she had seen in the beginning. I know a lot of times, even if a little menu is in a different place than it was a week ago, customers freak out and don't understand why. She'll be in good shape with the new antivirus software that I gave her. She'll definitely notice performance improvement over the Norton that I took off there. And then I will also bring it up to her when I call her that she has less than 400 She's got 384 mega RAM, and she could stand at least another 500. So, you know, for a few bucks, I can help her out there too. But that's pretty much it for this episode of the GuruBrew. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something through watching my troubleshooting techniques for the PC. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to thumbs up. Thanks a lot. Bye. Hey guys, this is Steve. Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget to subscribe if you like this video, and be sure to rate and comment. See ya.